Whoa, it is so dark. Happy Friday! I need to turn on the light. Perhaps this will help. Perhaps this will help. Let me go turn on the light. That's a little bit better. Maybe adjust this a little bit. Anyhow, happy Friday. Yes, welcome to another Friday. Nothing but nonsense chat. A little change in setting, as you can see. Um, I moved my computer to here because over the Christmas break and for the next few days, my son is working for me, and it's easier for me to move the computer out here. We have more room so that I can sit side by side with him if needed to answer some questions, to help him out with the projects and stuff like that. So yes, he has worked. Oh, I would say every day, but he put in an hour to 2 hours just about every day except for Christmas Day. So good for him. I'm proud. I'm very happy that he's had the initiative and want to do the work, and I'm be more than happy to give him the work. Rush Diehard and Todd Holbeck is here. Happy New Year to you both. Yes, a great year for comics and the stock market for sure. A good year. A great year for selling comic books for sure. I have nothing to complain about there. Okay, nothing to complain. Very happy to be able to liquidate it. A lot of books, big books, and pocket some decent money. Buy a condo. What turn comic book profit into hard asset winning. Okay, so hello psychedelic comics. Nothing to complain here, but yeah. So yeah, my son has started over the summer. He started to work for me over the past 7 months. I think he earned something like $2,500. I mean, he earned. He's gonna earn 1,100 this week. And then over the past 6 months, he probably earned 14, maybe more. He keep tabs of how much he earned and how much I pay him. So he probably earned anywhere from 2,500 to $3,000. He's 14 years old, and he's doing the work for me, and he's making the same kind of mistakes that other people had made in their first year working for me. So it's not a surprise. There's a learning curve to what we do, but if he keep on doing this, in 2 or 3 or 4 years, when he graduates high school, be he should be able to earn part-time working for me while going to college if he wish, and make 10, $20,000 a year. Good morning, Marshall Garcia and Omega Comics. Yes, Bat227 is here as well. Will you be drinking champagne tonight? The answer is no. I don't really drink anymore. The older I get, I'm not sure about other people, but for me, the older I have gotten, the more trouble I have digesting alcohol. I mean, I can drink 3 beer, and my God, my I have big problem in my stomach as far as drinking alcohol. Whether it's I try wines, I try other things. I still drink here and there. I mean, I love to drink a little sake here and there, but Champagne? No, not a big fan of champagne. Good morning, Dr. Doom. So yeah, my plan next year is pretty much the same. Okay, in a lesser extent because I'm buying less and less and less. My biggest purchase this year is that pretty big collection of Silver Age books, right? There's like 50 plus books of high grade Silver Age, um, and many of them are already sent to Comic Link to get graded and then to be auctioned off next year. But I'm definitely looking less and less and less to buy. There's always thing to buy. Trust me. You know, if I spend time looking right now, I'm pretty sure I will find something to make money with comic books. There's always something to look. You know, what I mean, but I prefer to spend less time there and put more focus on the stock market. Excuse me for a second. As I exchange text with my brother, he's he's trading right now, and he have a couple of come on, okay, all right, okay, yeah. So I haven't not been spent time looking at the stock market. Well, I did before I start the chat, but let me take a look at what's going on. Okay, because he usually texts me when there's things to worth talking about. Yeah, yeah, winning. Yeah, okay, all right. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Red Duck Comics. Bu- 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 Todd said, I am more excited about stocks and investment than comic books. Uh, I am the same. Okay. I have always been involved in the stock market for decades. Okay. And now that my brother is heavily involved in trading along with me, um, I am more excited. Okay, I have more fun because it's more fun to talk about investment, trading strategy, what stock we targeting, all that stuff with somebody. So, and that's one of the many reasons that I want to segue more into trading um, next year and less on comic books because I have more fun. At the end of the day, whatever I'm doing, whether it's comic books or stock trading, uh, I want I'm at the part I'm at the stage of my life where I'm fairly comfortably financially that I like to do things that I consider fun slash making money. And to be very blunt, I enjoy dealing with stocks much more than comic books. Um let's see. I'm trying to go down the list of questions here. The comic book market will continue to shine in 2022. As with anything, I think some books will do well, some book won't do well, some book will be nothing, like they have been for the past many decades. Okay, I think certain keys will do well, certain keys won't do well, and then many non-keys will just languish as they have been, unless they are high grade. Okay, when it comes down to it, high grade Silver Age are still in high demand. It doesn't have to be keys, okay? But by high grade, I mean high grade, okay? 92, 96. If I can find, if I stumble across, high grade silver age that are 90 or higher, yeah, I will dabble. But for low and mid grade stuff that are non keys, whether they bronze or silver age or copper, they languish. Okay, they languish. That's not the kind of stuff I target anymore. I don't buy those things anymore because, first of all, they're not worth slabbing, and I have zero desire to buy a book for $25 and trying to flip it for $35. No way. I'm not wasting my time to trying to make $10 in this hobby. No way. Michael Baker, Happy New Year's. Yes, this is the final Friday show of the year. It just happened that it lines up perfectly, Friday and the last day of the year. So yeah, my family don't have a big thing for the New Year. I mean, we have friends and neighbors that will shoot up some fireworks that we will probably go outside tonight and take a look, because they will lit up. They lit up Christmas Eve. That was pretty cool. I wish I took a video. you know but I'm pretty sure they will do the same thing tonight, so I will get my camera ready and shoot some of the fireworks. I'm pretty sure they will do it. They do it every year, if I remember, or if I'm not already in bed sleeping at that time. Hello, Go School. Good morning, Jeffrey Oberst. Pure Gold Sue have a question. How do tax work if you sell 100K of comics on Comic Link? How much do they want you to pay them? Well, it's capital gains. It's you pay taxes. It's capital. I have no idea what your question means. Okay, because uh, how do you pay taxes on selling a stock? It's capital gains. It's no different. Since you're in Canada, I have no idea what the tax law is in Canada, so I can't say. Okay, so I can only assume that it's similar. That's why I actually shot a video that I should load, talking about how people should keep good records of how much they pay for something, so that when and if it's time to pay for taxes, they can at least show that this is how much I paid, this is how much you sell. The difference is the gain, right? That's how you pay taxes. Prove what is gain and what is not gain. Yes, psychedelic comics. Yeah, it's not rocket science. Okay, it's I get this question all the time for the past 9 years on YouTube. How do you handle taxes? You know, look it up. you know, uh, but yeah, is there any good movie to see? Not really. I have zero desire to see anything else in a movie theater. Okay, usually New Year, Christmas, there's something outside of Spider-Man. There's just nothing there. I'm kind of bummed. I mean, I was semi excited to look at the Matrix, but the trailer didn't excite me. So I'm not sure if I care to watch the Matrix with older Keanu Reeves. It's yeah. This Christmas is lackluster. Oh, I shot a video review of the Book of Boba Fett. I'm not sure I will load it. If anybody care, I will load it, but I can talk non-spoiler here if anybody care what my opinion is um, of the Book of Boba Fett. Have you seen Don't Look Up on Netflix? No, no, not interested in that whatsoever. Uh, it looked lame as anything. So Yeah, it's I saw the trailer for Don't Look Up, and my first thought is don't watch. Yeah, so I have not heard any review because it's one of those things where I saw the preview and I'm like, I don't want to watch that. And I so if I don't want to watch something, I have zero desire to even care for the reviews. So I don't even know if the reviews are good or bad or whatever. I'm just like, whatever. Psychedelic Comics said you like. I can go into a non-spoiler discussion of Boba Fett here, and and I might load or I might not load the review that I shot. Uh, Overall, I like the story. I like how they explain what happened as far as what happened in the movies when he fell into the pit. I like all of that. Okay. What I will tell you, what I don't like about the show. So, what I like is the story. I like the story. What I don't like about the show is the action. Okay. The actor that played Boba Fett is never known for action, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not like he have done a ton of action movies to show fighting skills, all that stuff. So that's not his forte. That's not Boba Fett forte. Okay, if your forte in action for Star Wars is shooting some flamethrower out of your wrist, whew, it's weak. It's weak ass. Okay, I like the character, but good God, if you think the action for that show was good, welcome to I don't know what, because unless I'm 12 or 14 years old, I just can't imagine enjoying watching that action sequence in any of the first episode. It's weak ass. Uh, It's cringy. That action sequence when they left the bar and they were ambushed by five dudes. Good God! If it wasn't for Ming Na to be his sidekick, what kind of action would that series be? Right? It's terrible. It's yes. So I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the storyline, but I give the action sequence from start to finish about a 2 out of 10. It was bad. It's every time I have heard some reviews of people glowingly talking. I'm like, are you serious? If anything, Boba Fett act old and slow. Oh my god. My It's too late now, but my advice to the creator of that show is have Boba Fett put on a helmet and put a stuntman in there that can do a lot more than oh, it was horrific. It was total shit. Oh god, oh my god, it's so bad. And the worst part, okay, like I said, I like the story where for Boba Fett to be the gangster, the kingpin, to be fear, he got to do a lot more than what he did in the first episode. Okay, it's terrible. It's bad. Yeah, at least Jacob agreed with me that scene was weak. No, all the scene with him doing action is weak. All of them, even when he was at the end, they're all utter garbage. Yeah, I mean, I will watch it just because I like the story, right? But make no mistake, I'm not a Star Wars fanboy to give it a pass when it comes down to action. It's weak sauce. It's weak. Omega Comics agree. Boba Fett would need to become more gangster. Yeah, I mean, for him to sit on the throne and to be a badass, show me some badass action. Okay, don't. I need a whole lot more. Heck, even the Kingpin show a whole lot more action. Come on, it's weak ass. Okay, let's move on before I keep on ranting about how bad Boba Fett action skills was. So yes, psychedelic comics. You may think it's better than Hawkeye. I disagree a whole lot. But let's move on. Um, let's see what else is new. Well, I'm glad I got the internet back yesterday. Um, I lost cable internet, well, optical fiber internet, whatever you call it, for 3 days because they were working. The power company. It's coincident that the last time the power company was out here digging, I lost my internet because they cut the line by accident. They were out here right after Christmas installing. I mean, they put in they near finish, but they were working for 3 or 4 days, and boom, I lost my internet again, which make no sense to me. Um, because they didn't cut the line, but I think what happened was they were working on it. They shut down the power, and then they turn on the power again, and somehow that process of shutting down the power and turn on the power, there was a power surge, and it fried my routers. So they did it. Whatever they did, it's not coincidence, So of course, it took me 3 days to get a schedule for the Frontier guy to come out here. And then when he came out here, he's like, he tests all the equipment, it's all toasted, it's dead. So he had to replace everything. But I was out of the internet for 3 days. Yeah, I mean, I had to deal with using the phone, right? That's how I stay. So I watched Boba Fett with this phone, okay? And trust me, I'm glad I watched it on this phone because that shitty action would have been even worse seeing on the big screen. Oh, I think the general consensus is that people enjoy Boba Fett. So don't take my dislike of Boba Fett as um, is the norm. All right. Trust me, I'm a tough critic. So don't take what I say as, oh, Nick doesn't like something, so it must not be good. Nick is a pain in the ass. Okay. Nick is a tough critic. Nick's have high expectation. He expect a lot on many things, including collectors, including just trust me. It took a lot for me to change the way I am with my family so that I'm not overbearing with my son or overbearing with my wife on my expectations. But when it comes to you guys, yeah, I'm not going to change one bit for any of you. Yes, believe it or not, my son was pretty cool about it. Because he's home for 2 weeks, right? So he worked. The computer still work. I don't need the internet to work. So he sat down here, an hour and a half to 2 hours a day to work. Good for him. I'm very proud. I'm very proud that my son was able and willing to work for me the last couple of days. And for the next 3 days, he had the project that he's working on right now, have 3 more days to finish. And then he will earn his $1,100. Iron sharpens iron, indeed. Tough love. Okay, tough love. Okay, it's for those that can handle it. Hopefully, it will make you a better collectors, a better investors. Um, hopefully, what's going on with the stock market? What's going on? It's a little bit red. Nothing major. Tax loss selling need to finish, right? Today is the last day of the year, so people that are selling taxes, selling losing position to offset winning position. That's what they're doing. That's the phenomenon that those that participate in the stock market know very well. Okay, tax loss selling is going on right now, and it's a good time to buy a little bargains on beaten up stocks. Okay, the strategy is you buy the big boys. Okay, you buy the big boys for the Santa rally. For those that want to know the lay of the land in the stock market, you buy the big boys, the kings, as they call them, for the Santa rally, and then you buy when other people are selling. Right. So right now, people are dumping stock that are losing money to offset gains. So you buy those, and then they will reverse in January because people are gonna sell the winners. If you have a good stock that are big winners, right? You don't want to sell right today because if you sell today, guess what? Or you sell last week, guess what? You got to pay taxes on the gain this year. So a lot of people hold off selling the big winners until after January 1st because they want to not pay the taxes this year. So me being the guy that stay ahead of the herd, I sell those. I don't care. Okay. And then I buy the stuff that they will buy in January. Stay ahead of the curve. Okay. Stay ahead of the curve. Sure. I harvest tax loss when? Not this week because they are going lower, right? So harvest tax loss in early December before the herds. You want bigger tax loss and wait to the end of the year when everybody is rushing out the door? It's always investing, trading, whether it's comic books, Bitcoin, crypto, or stock market. It's about anticipating. It's for those that like hockey, you skate to where the puck is. Okay. Why do you think crypto was so weak this week? Tax loss selling. Is anybody on YouTube talk about that? Is it rocket science that a lot of people bought crypto higher than 50, higher than 60, and they have big losses to harvest to offset whatever gain they have? Why is that not talked about on YouTube? Is there anybody on YouTube that talk about the reason why crypto is doing so poorly this whole week is because of tax loss selling? Not one. Not one. I don't see any. Nothing but a bunch of dipshits talking shit they don't know anything about. Okay, it's comical to see all the crypto channel talking about all kind of other things, but not one person, not one. Ay, shocking. It's shocking to me how stupid social media and people are. It's just like, what do you think? When Bitcoin could not break 60 and go higher, I knew that's it. It's gonna be for the next week or two because tax loss selling. It's gonna happen. Okay, it's all kind of people talking about the supply is way down. Why is it not going up? It's all kind of technical analysis of this and that, and I'm like tax loss selling, tax loss selling. Has anyone bring up tax loss selling? Of course not. Dipshits. Yes. So going forward, trust me, I will focus less on comic books and focus more on trading with my brother. So I'm not going to delete the channel, but I will use the chat that we have here more like open communications with my brother, sharing the screen with the stock, the charts, and all that stuff as he and I trades. Um, and do that more, okay? And if other people want to participate or want to learn how to trade, I might consider putting those session, the daily session, live. But yeah, I mean, it's not sexy. It's not. It's more fun and useful for me to focus on that with my brother than to do comic books related videos and all that stuff. You know, like I said, I'm pretty much near the end of me making comic videos. It probably be done sometime next year. I don't know when, but soon that will happen. Yes, Doctor Doom is not sexy at all to talk about taxes or yeah. I mean, hey Nick, what your views on 2022 interest rate rise will affect all market? Do you think the rapid inflation we have had that it is too late for the interest rate to cause a huge decline? Oh, that's a whole lot of questions there, my friend. A, I do think rate will rise. Okay. B, I do think the Fed is behind the curve because um, the problem the Fed face is that they have inflation. Okay, they try to ignore it. They use the word transitory, you know, to try to say that oh it's gonna go away. But a lot of inflation is are not going away. Okay, a lot of things that are risen in prices are not gonna go down because we have less inflation. Once price stuck, they're not gonna gasoline price go up and down. Okay, and a lot of people the problem with this is such a complicated issue that I can talk about this for days, weeks, and months. A lot of people look at price increase and mistake that for inflation when it is not. It is more about supplies and demands. Okay, like gasoline. Okay, people think, oh my God, gas is like $3.50, whatever it is. It's inflation. No, it's not. It's supplies and demand. Okay, people look at rent rising in rent and say it's inflation. Once again, that's not completely correct. It's supplies and demand. Anyone that owns real estate, commercial real estate or rental real estate will tell you it's about supplies and demand. Okay? You can't raise you can't raise the rate on rental because hey, you know, people say on TV inflation is high, so I no. You know, do you know in Sarasota, because of the abundant space, oversupplies of space, I have friends that own rental real estate, um, commercial as well as residential. They have not raised their rates since 2009 when they lower the price because of the crash in 2008, 2009. They have not, let me repeat this, they have not raised the rate in 12 years. So so rental rates are more on supplies and demand, just like gasoline. Anyone that talk about, oh my God, rent is going to sky high because of inflation, they're talking out their asses. Um, one Bitcoin is 77 grand now. Is it? Yeah, Dr. Doom. When I switch over to more of a stock trading channel, sometime next year, uh, you know, you, I may, I may make the event uh, not live, not public, more like how should I say it, unlisted. See, YouTube give three options: private, public, and unlisted. And unlisted mean that I think nobody sees it unless you invite it. Right? I think, like, I'm not sure how it works, but I think unlist make a chat like not known. But if I send you a link, you can see it. I might do that. I might, because I really have no interest in making it public, because I can't imagine dealing with all the dipshits on YouTube that pop into the live chat to try to like talk shit. I don't need that. Okay, I want to use that um, as a way for me and my brother to communicate and trade. Um, Now, can I do it in Zoom? Absolutely, right? Zoom is there too, but I might do it in StreamYard because it's the bottom line is the reason why I want to do it more so that in Zoom, because I want to save those things. Okay, I want to be able to save all the daily interaction that we talked about, so that we can go back and look at why, why we said what we said, what why we did what we did, and whether we make a mistake and learn from it. Those kind of things. So it's more like a recorded session for he and I both, to help us improve as traders. And but yeah, that's the main goal. Okay, it's not, you know to make this channel into some kind of day trading channel. I have as much interest in making that big as I have interest in making this comic channel big. Not interest whatsoever. Yeah, BTC is at 48K, so I'm not sure where 77K come from. So you will make the live stream private, but the recorded after the fact public? No, everything will be private. I mean, I will make it unlisted, so that if anybody want to see it, they can see it if I send them a link. Because if something is private, I can send you a link and you still can't see it. Okay, by making it unlisted, that means that when you go on YouTube, you don't see it because it's unlisted, but it's there. Okay, so most likely I will keep things unlisted. This way, only the people that want to see it and email me can get a link and they can see it. But that's it, really. But that's going to be my plan. Now, if the participation, I have no idea what other people do. Okay, I have no idea if there are other traders in the community, in the comic community, that want to participate. I have no idea. As far as I know, I'm the only one. Okay, nobody talked to me about stock trading. Well, people ask me questions here and there about stocks, but I don't know any other traders that is also in comic books like I am. But in the event that there are other comic book collectors that are also stock traders that want to participate and more active, then I might consider making the chat live public to save the hassle of emailing people the link and all that stuff. But that's a consideration, but that will happen sometime next year. Okay, I am adamant about tuning off this channel as far as making comic books related content. Yeah, I mean, everyone is welcome. Okay, I'm not. This is not about doing something. that I don't want to share with other people. Okay, I'm a big fan of people learning how to trade. I'm a big fan of people learning what I know, um, and I think for those that have the right personality, at the end of the day, it's about having the right personality to do what I do. Okay, um, I'm glad my brother had the right personality because he was able to learn a lot over the. He started last Christmas. Okay, Christmas of 2020. He approached me and said, "Nick, I know you trade to make a living as well as selling comic books, but I definitely want to learn about the stock market. I have never bought and sell any stocks. All he did was bought mutual funds, which he did very well. Okay, so I told him, if you're willing to learn, I'd be more than happy to teach, but be prepared some harsh lesson because I'm not an easy teacher. I don't put up with stupidity, and he was very cool with that. I'm super thankful that my older brother, who is very smart. Okay, he's a very smart person. Um, he was able to put his ego aside. He might know a lot of other things, but when it comes down to that's one thing I like about my brother that helped us get along this past year plus is that he's very knowledgeable and very smart in many things. But when it comes down to things that he know nothing about, like comic books or the stock market trading, he's able to put his ego aside and swallow some bitter pills as I, uh, you know, teach him and yell at him and give some a lot of tough love because if you don't trade and you spent the last 30, 40 years listening to CNBC and all the talking heads and repeating a whole lot of nonsense, sell in May and go away. Nick, should I be worried? Sell in May and go away? Shut the hell up. Okay, that's about one of the worst Wall Street nonsense you want to repeat. Okay, so yeah, he made the typical mistakes a lot of people make because they listen to too much nonsense on TV. Hello, Kyle B. Let me see here. I've been ignoring iconic point. Hello, Nick. Would you be trading in Brav? I'm trading both. I will be trading both my SEP IRA and my regular account. I'm doing both because, like I said, part of my income is from trading. So I do need to make a little money, you know, in my trading, in my taxable account. But I will trade a lot from my SEP IRA as well because that's where the biggest funds are going to be. Bye, Omega. Um, Iconic asks, is there any sector you think will have a big rise in 2022, like the tech sector, or will tech be a stronger sector tech is always going to be a good sector. Okay. I mean, we live in such a tech heavy environment, okay, that it's always going to be a good area. Okay. I would never say avoid technology, but keep in mind a lot of technology stocks are very expensive. And if you understand about rising interest rate hurt technology stocks. Okay, that's a given. So you had to pick and choose when. As a trader, I don't really care. Okay, as a trader, um, I do care about certain sectors and avoid certain sectors because of the big pictures. For example, going into this Christmas, November and December, my brother and I purposely avoided retailers, Walmart, Target. Okay, we ignored those since November. We didn't want to deal with any company that had to deal with supply chain issues. We don't want to deal with any company that had to deal with high fuel, high wages problem. Take a look at Target stocks in November and December. Take a look, see how bad in December Target and Walmart behave. Okay, so when as a trader, I use my economic knowledge to avoid certain sectors, um, and to focus on other things. Just like the Santa Claus rally, I target a certain things I know will do well with the Santa rally, and I already position myself for the January effect that go after the Santa rally. So, like I said in the early part of this video, trading is about go where anticipating the next rotation. Okay, it's just like the old saying in hockey: you go where the puck is gonna be. You skate to where the puck is gonna be. You're not gonna sit there and wait for other YouTubers to tell you, "Oh, this is the place to buy now." Okay, please don't. Okay, whatever you do, I hope you get from my brother and I the discussion on how we think where the market is going and anticipate where the market is going and get ahead of the crowd. It's not about, oh, everybody love XYZ, so let me get on. Okay, that's dipshits. Okay, only dipshits do that. I don't know anyone successful in life being a follower. Okay, please don't. Please don't do that. Okay, if you watch my channel, you know my philosophy, right? If you have to watch other channel to get ideas on what to do with your life, you already at the end of the line. Okay, you got to think ahead, be ahead of the line, be ahead of the curve. This entire I need you to tell me what to do. Oh my God, please stop. Only dipshits need that. Okay, if you need that, you don't need. If you need that, you are way you're handicapping yourself with some of the worst decision making. Uh, Doc Alley asked, "Do you?" I trade ETF. Yes, I do. There's certain sector that I feel better just buy the ETF and not deal with like the individual company. Sometimes I do both, like drug. Okay, I think drug stock will do well next year, so I bought the XBI ETF. But I also own a bunch of individual drug company. Okay, so I own a little Amgen. I did own a little FV. I did own a little Merck, a little Pfizer, a little Moderna. I sold many. Okay, because I took my profit and moved on. But I like the XBI because sometimes that's easier than to trying to focus on the individual stocks. So yes, I do. I do. Like I would trade the XLE, the energy ETF, but I also own Exxon, Halliburton. So yeah, I do. But I don't discriminate. Okay, I do not discriminate. just like um, just like the financial, I trade Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, and guess what? XLF, the ETF. I trade the XLF as well. Okay, so alrighty, people, it's already been almost an hour, so hope everybody have a good, safe New Year. Okay, and I will see everyone in 2022 next Friday. Be safe, celebrate New Year Eve, but be safe. Oh, Vinny Whitlock just popped in right at the end. Yes, the thing with the the ETF, no doubt they move slower or less than the individual stocks, but it also hedge your bets, right? Because sometimes you can pick a company in a sector and you pick the wrong one, and it lag the ETF. So it's one of those things where that's why I do both. Okay, because I like to hedge my bet. Let's say for drug, right? I would buy say Merck or Pfizer or Amgen or Biogen or whatever, but then I would hedge with XBI so that if I pick the wrong horse, at least the XBI will do well. Okay, so that's how I play. Okay, it's I use the ETF more like a safety. Okay, so I bet on the right sector, but I might make a bet on the wrong horse. Okay, so that's how I play the ETF. So at least I have exposure in the right sector. But that's it. That basically sum up, how I use ETF. If anybody need to know, enjoy your Friday. Happy New Year. Don't drink and drive. That's given, right? Later, people.